Okay.
Alright, well, I'm walking up this little strip. Look up, there's an antler. Looks like it's already chewed. Hopefully it's not this year's and already chewed, because it looks pretty chewed bad, so let's go check it out. Yeah, it's last year's. Nice buck though. Got some kicker there. That brow tine looked like it was big, but it's all chewed off. Not sure offhand which buck that is. I would say, judging by the bases and everything, I think that's the deadhead that I got last year. This is Deadeye, I'm pretty sure. He had the kickers in the front and the back. So this is 2 years old. It sucks, but I wish I'd have walked in here last year and found this. Good start though. We just started. We've been in here for 10 minutes. See what else we can find. It's starting to rain pretty good, but we've been walking for about an hour. I actually come down here about 10 foot, look back up, and I walked out past it. But no chew. Pretty fresh still. Good deal. Well, I've been walking for over a mile, hills and hollers, thickets. I've actually been through here a couple weeks ago. I don't know how I missed this big white antler. I don't know if it's just white or if it's old, but it's a nice one. Actually might be the buck I'm looking for. It's a mainframe 10. He's got a split brow and a kicker right below that might be busted off by now, but he's a real nice buck, probably high 140s, maybe 150s. And then there's a big 15 I'm after. I don't think that's him, but I've walked and walked and walked. I've hit cornfields, I've hit thickets. Just got across this creek. I mean, everything is flooded, so this creek is horrible. I just had to sit down on a log and shimmy across, and finally made it. And I figured I'd come up through this stuff, see what I can do, and it's just real thick. And then right there, right down this trail. Yeah. I don't know where you can see it, but big antler. Nice buck. Hopefully I can find the other side too. But let's go see which buck it is. Well, offhand, I'm not 100%. It's like a small 10-pointer, probably a 2-year-old, really good genetics. Not a massive buck, not as big as I thought it was, but it's a good one. But he looks like he was walking right down this, he dropped that. So hopefully the other side's somewhere up in here. I'm gonna comb through it pretty good, try to get lucky. I feel like he ducked underneath this log and maybe bumped it off these branches, but I figured I'd find antlers over here. I haven't really checked this way, but I did walk within 30 yards of this spot last time. Whether it was here or not, I don't know. That's a good start. One on the board. Well, I've been walking for, I don't know, about 5 miles since I found that antler early this morning. And seen some hair here right next to the fence. And every time I find hair, I look around looking for dead deer, and come up here a little bit, found a little bit more hair, got more up in this brush, got a dead buck. Didn't even realize it. I walked right past that antler. I don't know if it's shed off or what, but let's take a look at him. Not sure. Looks to me like a 2-year-old, maybe 3-year-old. I don't know if that antler was ready to come off too or what. It actually looks like it might have broke off the skull. Let's go look at this other side. Yeah, I'd say it broke off. I don't know how. Offhand, I don't know that buck. It's cool though. I've never found a deadhead with a break or a shed, whatever you want to call that. Weird. Some antlers though. Might look through this brush a little better. We're in the area that I figured I might find some big ones. I was actually going back, circling back, trying to find the match to the first one I found. Stinks really, really bad, so I'm gonna break it off there or something. Keep moving. Well, it's 8 in the morning. This is a little foggy. But it's 8 in the morning. We're hitting the national forest. Borders a big ag field that we can hunt. Just shed hunt though. They won't let us do anything else. So. But we're going to hike about a mile back. And that's where the shed should be. Hopefully we can find some deer beds and pull off a win for the day and find some big antlers. Maybe a deadhead or two. It's hard to tell back here. But this is all usual forest, all public land. Until we get to the ag field. Got the boys with me this morning. Should be a good morning, but we'll see how it goes. We got a few hours of hiking to do. It kind of snowed yesterday, and then the snow melted overnight, and then refroze, got down to 25 degrees. So until about 10, this stuff's going to be crunchy. And if we find antlers are going to be froze to the leaves. So that's kind of cool, if that's what you're into. We'll check back with you when we start finding some stuff. Alright, so what we're doing is we're hiking through the real thick stuff. Up here on top, it's so thick, it's definitely bedding. There's trails all through this massive briar patch. And what we got is this big hillside where there's just tons of big, thick trails. This is more of a faint trail, and there's this massive buck track. And how you can tell your big buck tracks from your doe tracks is doe's toes or hooves are usually together, and a buck is spread out. From 2 years old and up, they start to really spread because of the weight. When you get into that 3.5-year-old and older, you get around here anyways, you get big heavy bucks. So they're really spread out and they're going deep in the ground. They got their dew claws. And once you start seeing that, that's when you know you're into something big. So what we're doing is we're walking these trails. Looks like he's going back here to bed. We got corn down there. We're gonna check the bed, and then we're gonna walk to the ridge top and go back down to the field and just do that back and forth, all down these fingers. Basically, this is what we're hunting. We've got a ridge top here. It's just like my hand, ridge top here, and the knuckle. You always want to check the knuckle of each top, because that point, big bucks like to bed on that point. And then those fingers, you follow those fingers down, there's usually a big massive mud trail, and some that go off, they all go down to the crops. So what you want to do is you want to work in between those, because that's where the bedding is in that thick stuff. Unless you have a real deep ravine, and then they're going to walk that hillside to the top and go right to that knuckle, like I said. So that's what we're doing. We're just going to work this, go up there, and we're going to come back down. Hopefully today we're going to pull out some antlers. We'll let you know.
Having 30 antler up to me. Hey, as soon as you get right here, throw the antler up on the bank. Like far up, like here. Let me get over here. There's on. Throw it.
Well, we were shed hunting on top of this big hill, and it's super thick. It's kind of hard to hunt, but we haven't been finding anything. And I looked out in the bean field that we got permission on, but there's a creek separating us. I could see it probably 300 to 350 yards away. I was actually pretty sure that it was an antler, but you never know at that distance. And closer we got, we still thought it was an antler. So we've been trying to get across this creek for an hour. Jaden finally just went for it. He soaked his boots and went across.
I told you I would have went butt naked full cross.
Well, you know, we don't want to be getting butt naked out in this weather, but we've seen 2 bucks still holding run across earlier. But this is a pretty nice long bean buck. I'd say probably a 3-year-old, maybe 4. But he didn't even look for the other side. We was just eager to get this one back and video it. So we got 1 antler on the board, and we're gonna hike back to the truck here shortly and probably drive around that field and see if we can Find some from the road, we'll see. Alright, well, we hiked for probably 11 miles. Came out on the wrong ridge by about 2 miles from the truck, so we had to walk down the road, and finally got back pretty tired, legs are sore. Came out with just the one shed. Pretty good day for hiking anyways. We're mostly just prepping for elk season, so it's always good to find a shed, but it's good to get some exercise in too. So we're excited either way, but we're heading back home now, and we're pretty happy, other than, well, we wish we would have found a little bit more, but that's part of it. Win and you lose. But got a lot to look forward to. Got a little bit of shed season left, a little bit of coyote left. Definitely getting ready for turkey and fishing and all that stuff. So we got a lot more coming up. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and then we will see you in the next videos we're posting pretty much every week now.